Oh, he's back. Director's here. What's happening, director? I presume you finished editing the last chapter. Right, well, welcome back. I'm Baz, WELDERFABBER, and this will be chapter 5. So you might as well take a look at this, director. So we've got a hook wagon that's just been in for inspection, and we found a couple of faults that I'm not happy with, so I've VOR'd it till we sort these little problems out. So I'll just tell, this is our Jay.
You alright?
Jay's been with us 12 months now. So Jay, what I want you to do here now is, if you look, there's some slides missing. See that little slide there? The slide's missing off this side, right? So I want you to pull the hook out, but before you do that, you're gonna have to take these two pipes off, right? Knock this pin out, lift it up, get crane under it and pull it out with crane.
Straight out.
Yeah. Also, I've noticed that plate there, there's a bolt missing out of it, right? And there's one missing from this side. So if you see Regan in stores, get him to order a new one of these off Multilift, right? And then I'm just thinking now, what would be the best way around it there? That will just come out, that, you know. Once we get this hook out, we'll order all the new wear parts, right? Because they'll be all the way down there then, yeah, right? So. We'll get all them on. There's a bolt snap there. Extract that bolt, right? And we'll take that little plate off, whatever it is. Anything that you can see that's not quite right, we'll strip it all down, yeah. Yeah. This ain't going back on road till it's 100%, yeah? Aye. Also, them beams there, they've got to go to the farm today, right? So I've got a truck coming in about, I'd say 11 o'clock, right? So load them all up, see the back two, they've got to go around the back of the farm, right? Yeah. Handball them. The front two, you can lift them straight on with a machine onto where they need to be, onto padstones where they need to be. Yeah, they'll show you where they need to be on site anyway. All right. But,
good job we're here.
Yeah, but Callum will be back. Callum will be back off site a couple of hours, so it'll probably fit in well with that. We're taking them, yeah. There's two beams at workshop as well that have got to go. We'll just land them on the deck, yeah. So, director, let me have a little think what we've got to do today. Right, director. So we've got a ZX135 with what looks like a snap top roller. So what I'll do, I'll just give this guy a ring. Number there now. I don't know who this is. Let's see what he says. Is that James?
Yeah, mate.
Alright, mate, it's Baz at Earth Plant.
Yeah, Baz, how are you?
Alright, bud. Do you work for us, or are you on self-drive?
Yeah, I'm well with you, yeah.
Yeah, right, sound. What's up with that machine? Is it?
It's missing a roller on track.
Is it just the roller, or is it the block that it sits on? Can you not tell?
I'll have a look now, because I couldn't get track up yesterday because it's not getting that much.
Yeah. If you can try and get the track up, or prop it up, put like...
I think the whole block is off, otherwise it'd be sitting up a little bit, wouldn't it?
Well...
The block... Yeah, there's no block on it, it's just the plate at the bottom.
There's no block on it?
There's no block, it's just the plate.
Right. So it snapped the block out. Have you got the roller?
No. I've been looking for it, I don't know where it is.
You've lost the roller, lad?
Yeah.
Right, where are you? What's your postcode? I'll go and get a top roller and a block. Alright.
Alright.
I'll come out to you, mate. Right, so what we're going to do now, I'll ring my supplier, Steve Woods. They will have a top roller and a block that the roller sits on. And we'll go and get that, and then we'll go to site and fit it. Alright, so we're on our way to Steve Woods Limited at Hindley, Wigan. This is my #1 undercarriage supplier. So basically tracks, links, track pads, rollers, everything to do with undercarriage, you name it, these men got it. So we'll get a couple of top rollers, and the guy on site who's running the machine seems to think the little block is missing that the roller fastens to, but I don't reckon it will be. I don't reckon it'll be missing. We've only got 4 12mm bolts in that holds the top roller on a 135, so I'd say it snaps the bolts before it pulls the block off. So I have ordered a couple of blocks because they are always handy to have on the van, because I haven't got one on the van at the moment, and a couple of top rollers. Always handy to have a few spares with you because the top roller's missing, and then we'll get to site and bang it on. But I'll do a little walk around the Steve Woods, I think, because proper good supplier that people need to know about if they don't know, but they probably do know. We'll see you when you get there, boys. So we're just coming up to Steve Wood's yard now. These are one of the biggest dealers in the UK, if not the biggest dealer. Parts. Wigan lads, all Wigan lads are rugby lads, aren't they? Rugby and pies, proper lads. So we're going to see Phil in a minute. He is part of the family, of the Woods family. He runs the yard. He'll probably have his little one with him today, as he usually does at work, especially at school holidays. Here we go. If you start looking around this yard, you'll see tracks all over the place. These men do retrack our machines if I haven't got time. But we never, when I do retrack a machine, we'll never take the track pads off and put them on the chain. These guys will always do that for us and send the tracks back into us built up. All I need to do is put them back onto the machine and change the rollers. So I have the easy bit. These men get the hard bit, really. Right, let's go and find Phil. Have a look around the yard. But rollers are already out waiting for us. So if you see what I mean, they've only got 4. 10.9. 12mm bolts that hold them in, so I'd say the block is still on the machine, I'd say, but we'll soon find out when we get there. But these men are making me 2 blocks, so I have some spares in it, man. But can I have a look in here? Now look at this for a stores.
Hey guys.
How you doing, bud? How's little one? How's little one?
Are you?
You alright?
Yeah, that's
Hello.
Are you? No? Oh,
Fluffy. Take a look in here. How much stock have you got in here, Phil?
A lot. Everything from bulldozers, excavators, you name it. Little mini diggers, started getting stuff in.
I'd say you're the biggest in UK, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For quality stuff as well.
Yeah. So all your idlers, sprockets, recoils,
Everything.
tracks, bolts, everything to do with undercarriage.
Yeah, we've even got some slew rings.
Slew
I
rings
usually
as
say
well?
everything underneath the slew rings, but we've got some slew rings in stock as well, so everything under the cab, yeah.
So what size machines, excavators do we go up to?
Sort of 1.5 up to, I mean, we've got D275 bulldozer parts, and we've got EC700. A few would be more like ZX870s, but
Yeah.
yeah, full range.
If you look on the top,
Got it all in stock.
top shelves up there, director. Got some big idlers up there. Where's your biggest one?
Some bigger one for in here. Cat 385.
Cat 385s. Final drives.
We don't stock them, but we've got some in here. Lever 764s.
Libra 764s.
Yeah. Some big stuff.
So how much money would you say is in this building? Stock wise?
We've got a couple million at least in stock.
3 mil.
Not just in here, we've got track chains and track pads outside as well. So
Yeah.
this is just the little stuff.
The little stuff. Well, that's a big idler.
What's the biggest machines you've got?
Oh, we're only 50 tonner tops.
Yeah. Was that a dozer or ZX?
ZX 490, CX
490s,
490s, yeah. In fact, we just sold 2 and just bought another couple. But, anyway, director, we better get to Oldham, yeah? Let's go. We're just pulling up to the site now in Oldham. Just wondering if they got wagons running in and out, that's all. There's plenty of room anyway, plenty of room. There's the 135 there. Top roller missing. Alright, so let's take a look at this 135. We've got a live sight, so that's on. So as you can see, the block is actually still on the track frame. Right, so the best way forward here now, really, because them bolts are snapped in and they're flush with the top of the block, we'll split the track. So if we find the master link, which I can see it right there, that's the master link, we'll spin it, we'll take that little circlip out, we'll put this link at the front of the idler. We'll spin that track, bud. Go on. Whoa, hold it there. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the circlip out. We'll knock the master link pin out, but before we do that, we'll drop the grease valve, which is in here. Release that grease valve, which will release the piston, which will let the idler come in, then the track will come slack. We'll release the grease valve now. A couple of turns on it. See the track dropping. See the idler going in. Right, dude, just push the idler in, yeah? Put your bucket against the front of the track. So we'll push the idler in now and release the track tension completely. That's it. Go. Pick yourself back up. Right, so now we took the circlip off. Thing comes out dead easy. Split the track. Right, bud, lift your bucket up. Both tracks, that way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well done. Keep these, put them back in the chain and put it back together. Spin this way, bud. Hold that in the middle. Whoa, turn your cab. Turn revs off. Up. Up. Right. Right, so now the track's off and out of the way, we can see the broken bolts. They probably won't come out with a nut tacked to them, but we will try it first. We'll probably have to cut this block off, drill them and extract them, put it back on, but we can actually drill them where it is. We'll see. Right, so what I'm going to do now, see how that's a 12mm bolt. So I've got a 10mm repair washer, tack that to the stud. Once that's tacked on, then you can tack the nut to the washer, see if it'll extract. But you never know, they might be seized in solid, then we might have to take this off yet. Or drill them, one or other. Take it off and drill them. Got a feeling this one's going to be a pain. That block will have to come off. Yeah. We're pretty central on that broken stud, yeah. Got a small drill now. We've got normal drill bits and we've got left-hand drill bits. I'm just going to pilot it with a normal drill bit, and then we'll try a left-hand drill bit in it, just to see if the drill bit will actually pull it out. I can just tell by looking at this, and we're tacking the washers on and breaking the nuts off, that it's going to be a pain. Right, so we're going through the end of the bolt there. Yeah. And I'll try a left-hander. Like a 6mm. Sometimes your left-handed drill bit, it just gets hold of it and pull it out. The drill bit itself, well, it won't today, I can just tell. See how we're going anti-clockwise here and it's drilling. When you get lucky, it just grabs hold of the bolt and brings it out with it. There we go, you see? Beautiful.
Magic that.
Magic that, boy. Hopefully, they'll all come out like that. We'll see, yeah? Just one. That's hard. Not wanting to drill. Yeah. So I've got 2 out and 2 still stuck in. They won't drill. They won't drill, so I'm going to cut the block off. 9-inch grinder. Black punch. Yeah, so it's drilling from this side now, whereas it wouldn't drill from the other side before. So now I've drilled them from the other side and re-tapped them by taking the block off. I'm just going to put some standard 8.8 bolts into the threads, and now we can weld this back on, not worrying about any spatter going into the threads. And then when we put the roller back on, we'll use the proper bolts, the 10.9s. Yeah, so we'll get set up for welding. Right, so I'm going to use a 7018 4mm rod. If you're ever unsure what rods are, it always says on the rod what they are. 7018 hide rod, that's low hydrogen. Usually have the MIG on board, but today we've not got the MIG on board. Right. Get a jumper on, get a leather sleeve on. Your leather sleeve. So I've got that tacked on at the back. Yeah, now we can put a run on the front. Always tack the back before you weld the front, otherwise you'd pull it over. And as I cut it off before with the grinder, you see how I tucked into it that way and that way. That was so I put a prep back on the block. And on the back side, just a good run on the back side, same again. It only needs 1 run on each side, it'll be right. But I might put a couple on it. Nice director. Put a couple of passes on it. That'll do. Right, one thing to remember with stick welding, right, is always pull the stick rod like that on that angle, and you're pulling it that way. Yeah, you should never push it. The only time you push a stick is going vertical. Right, that's the only time you push stick. Always remember, pull flux. Right, so now we'll put the roller back on using the 10.9s. Or 10.9 or 12.9, not 8.8, especially on 12 millivolts on a roller. So we'll just take the bucket off, we'll put a shackle onto the hitch with a chain, put the chain through a link, pull the track over the sprocket, take it over the top roller and hook it back up at the other end with a pin. Right, so now we've tightened the grease valve, we've got the master link pin back in and buttoned up. We'll fire some grease into the piston, which pushes the idler out, which tightens the chain. So chain tension on a 135 wants to be a 4-finger gap under the bottom roller to the chain, yeah? Once the machine is off the ground. So lift it up, bud. See that big gap now? That wants to be a 4-finger gap. And that'll be the right tension for the chain. Turn track, bud, slowly. Slowly there, lad. Turn it a bit more. Go. 4 fingers. That's tight enough now. Put it down, bud. Lift your arm up, track back. You see how you've now got just a little bit of sag in the top of the chain. That's perfect. Track back. Right, director, let's go. Just had a text off our Callum. Got a problem at the rail head on the clamp bucket. So I'll show you now if you can see this. You see that? So what that is a crack in one of the tubes on the clamp bucket. So and that machine is running for 5 nights a week at the minute. So we better get to the railhead, director. Yeah? Cool. Just got to the railhead now. At the moment we've got 1800 tonne a night coming in 5 nights a week. Here's our centre organ 840. that Callum just sent the picture of. There's Callum now in the van prepping it. I'm actually going to let him weld it. I need to practice on the stick. Let's see where he's up to. So this is our centre bogan. We use this on the marine as well, so we use it at Glass and Dock to unload ships, and we move it back and forth. We have an Atlas clamp over there as well, but this is designed more for boats rather than train carriages. So let's have a look at the bucket. So Callum's already prepped it ready. So I told him 3mm gap. Clean it up as best you can. So I am actually going to let Callum weld this because he needs some experience on stick, and he's got very little experience on the stick, so let's see how he does with it, eh? You got a nice 3mm gap there. Right. I want you to sink it in deep here on this side, and pull it round. Get a good root in it. Then grind back the root and go over the top, and then build it up from the bottom, top, yeah, until we get a full weld on it, covering it all, yeah. Now then, the reason why these tubes have this joint in them is because these will have been built. They'll be like a stock item at whoever's built this bucket. It's about 10, 15 year old, this bucket. You see it's got a joint there, there, and there. Well, it cracked here probably three months ago, like that, and I welded it up 3 months ago there. So it's just starting to go in now. It's a good job we caught it because it's on nights. But I'm not expecting anything fancy off Callum here. I just want to see how he performs on the stick side of things, yeah. Nothing, don't worry about it, Cal, if it doesn't look pretty. Just want it to get out. Get some gas out, let's put some preheat in it, yeah. A bit forward, Cal. Slower. That's it, let it build up. Push it in. Keep it pushed in. One in. Yeah, you've gone too fast there.
Yeah.
You've gone too fast there, you've got to push it in, push your rod into it. You know what I mean? Go on, start again there. So start from there. Nice good. Keep it down to the bottom, yeah. And grind it back, over the top, build it up, yeah. Yeah, keep building it up as you do, you know what I mean? Right, so Cal's just welding that clamp bucket up. So I'll just answer a few questions, like I said I would in the last episode. So let's just pick a few random ones here. So we've got Ben Andrews 7886. What's the new Mercedes van like to drive? Empty weight, max weight, manual or auto? Well, it's always at max weight for starters. So we're always running at 4.7 tonne. It's miles, 100 times better than its predecessor, and it's a manual. I would never have an auto. I could have got an auto, but I didn't want an auto. I don't think autos are right for going on sites. Sick note 26. Can I come to site with you one day in the near future, just so work alongside you, learn from the best welding I've ever seen? Definitely not the best welding you've ever seen, lad. There's a lot better welders out there than me, for starters. As for coming to work alongside me, I get asked this question all the time. So next time I'm taking on, maybe we'll do a day or two, yeah? Right. Stuart Smith 7618. Another quality episode. That long nose Scania V8 looks the mutts nuts. I must wonder if Michael O'Donovan watches your channel, as he's got a nice collection of trucks. Doubt he watches it, but you never know. There is a lot of Asphalt fans come over to this channel though, so I really appreciate all you guys that's come over. We did get like 6,000 subscribers in a week after the bucket. So a big thanks to Daniel. Bobby Ainsker 6417. These videos are brilliant and keep getting better and better and better. Have you been taking acting lessons? Definitely not. But I could do with some. But I don't act, it's the real deal. It is what you see. Mark Mooney 6791. Love the channels, guys. One of Asheville's subs. Keep up the great content. Asheville subs, another one. Cheers. Ruth Bees 7214. Great content, love your new Kempe welder, brilliant machines, your vids have a bit of everything, well done. Well, that Kempe welder was only on demo, but it's not ours, and it was a brilliant welder. I'm not so sure if it's better than the Lorch yet, but we have a new Lorch coming in for demo soon, so we'll do a bit of a comparison after we've had that one in, yeah? And that'll do for now, director. Let's see how Cal's doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Right, so Cal's put about 10 runs in there. Not the neatest. I'm not looking for neatness, like I said. We'll only learn by doing. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a little mark here. If it goes again, we know that it's the one that Cal did. Not dissing him. We just need to know where it's been repaired before. Well, let's wrap up. That's enough for today, director. No? I'll tell you what, director. I've got to go down south. So, why don't you run back some of that other stuff that we got that we ain't put in some episodes so far? Wow. We've got a 22 plate tipper, been loaded today, damaged. Well, tell me what happened, bud.
Getting loaded on the railhead with MOT. You're putting the loads in, overloaded me.
Too much weight on.
Yeah, then he put the buckets in, and as he's put the buckets in, he's put it on here and scraped down, and what he's done is the actual end of the bucket has caught the top of the body and then dragged it, pulled it on.
Did you get a driver's name?
No, I've never seen him before on there before. His first day he's been on there today.
If that ever happens again, get the driver's name,
Right.
details,
I went down
yeah?
here, reported it straight away to these
Right.
down here.
So that there now, that's probably half a day of a job at least, isn't it? Maybe a day. Do you know what I mean? We've got to have to, we'll cut that out, we'll cut a section of that out, and we'll put a splice piece of box section back in, jack it back out, and we'll never get them ripples out now though. Never will get them out, will we? Well, we'll get it somewhat like, but again, that'll be another day that you will see soon. That's that, isn't it? Right, I'll go and see Foxy. Right. Right, that's it for chapter 5. Remember, don't forget to leave the comments. Please like and subscribe and check out my other episodes. I'll see you on the next one.